something about rain on traffic. Thank you.
I thought you were just about to throw all of those out.
Yes. There's Susan.
Oh, yeah.
You know this one. Whatever you do, don't write on anybody's shirt. Just write on the piece of paper. Do you guys have yours on your own?
Can I have a Sharpie? I want to write on the back of it.
Yeah, right? That's what I said, no permanent dry erase.
That's what I meant. I pointed to dry erase.
Lindsay, I need a piece of paper, please.
Dennis need more paper.
Tony, come on. I'm great, how are you? We're having a little fun today because we knew it was gonna be quite a meeting all rain. So much fun.
So much.
Whatever, you guys are gonna love every minute of this. So Maddie, do you have your piece of paper? Yeah. Where's she at?
Hey.
This is like the bowl, it is just like the bowl.
We'll give it away.
Everybody say hi to my friend Tommy. Hi, Tommy. You know, there's a baseball player, Pirates that has your name on it. Did that. All right, because we played yesterday, played the Pirates yesterday, or whatever. And the guy came up to bat, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
Tommy Mayo. I know him. All right. Who needs tape?
Lindsay.
Kristen and Lindsay for sure. We're actually just doing a song. It's sound of tape.
No, facility. Jenna needs tape.
Jenna needs tape too, fair enough. I was having a bit of a grumpy morning this morning. And we're actually doing this to make people better. So
Did you make
play
Mark
along.
do this?
Should be up.
That's who should have done this. Mark was in a bad mood.
Make Mark
You
today.
should make him write how much he appreciates you.
I like it. Where's my paper? Oh, we did eat.
Oh, I know.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
I need. There you go. Did Darren get one?
I need two.
Oh, I'm gonna be first on there.
Do you want to put one on Tommy?
Yeah. Got a place there. Yep.
So they got fried.
You
All
want
right,
to?
Tommy. We're
Jenna,
doing
want
you too.
Oh.
All right, Darren.
All
right.
Too bad.
So those of you who have been in bold, you've seen this exercise before. But what you're going to do is you're going to find every person here and you're going to write something positive about them. Whether it's you got a fantastic smile or whatever it is. So write something positive on the backs of everyone, please, and then we will review. So up. Stand up. Is it on your back? You don't need it. You're writing on the backs of your neighbor. You're going to write something positive. You don't have to know them. You can look into their eyes and go,
Come on, bro.
what?
Oh, awesome. I just got one.
Like the Memorial Day parade. They will have the pickup trucks. They'll have kids in the pickup trucks. And then the parents are just walking around.
Oh, I know.
But no, but it. they'll-
Yeah, I think it's easier.
so that their parents-
Oh, that's you. Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
And I want to get an email. Other than let's go to down.
Alright, Tommy, don't run away. I'm gonna get you. This is what happens when you show up to a team meeting, nobody else is here. You get stuck with us. Anyway. Makes sense.
Now he's just gonna start running away.
It's gonna what?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. What?
Ready?
I never should have watched this one online.
Uh-huh.
I know.
Hi, Mister.
Whatever.
I'm good. What?
Gosh, she's got like a grip. Like,
Little bad.
Take your shirt out.
Ah!
Sorry. Not right there. Just kidding. Take your shirt off.
So time limit on this, the boss lady.
Yeah, I did that. It's made up of
Randy, just don't get up, it's okay.
I just said a good love.
Hey.
Yeah.
Good. That was nice.
Nice. Go ahead.
Look at this.
I didn't get one, I'll just write on it.
Oh my God, wait, so let's be on. Well,
Tanner, can you grab that piece of paper right there and help us with that?
Yeah. I'll be the first. Here we go.
There you go.
Maybe you'll put it on your- your opposite right here.
There you go. It'll sit there. Wow, this is weather, great weather here. What is it? 4 inches short. It's like that anyway where it's so you blow it out, then 5 minutes later it starts again. So it's like no sense, right? Happy birthday. Oh, I saw you had a birthday. Did you celebrate in style?
Yeah, I repotted all my houseplants.
And now it's raining. It's just raining.
Well, the house, but they're in my snake, or my spider.
who else goes? Oh, I need Lindsay.
We should have music going while we're doing this.
So what else do
Feels like a knife.
I know.
Don't pull it out.
All right, so let's do about 2 more minutes.
What's that?
That's all I'm saying.
That's good.
Okay. That's what I always wanted to be, and I got the short legs. All good. I'm just gonna write it. All of you.
Oh, this is Chair Allen's.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, 31 seconds.
I do okay.
Can you write with both left hands?
Following around the black desk.
No,
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
We like to play gray areas.
Just enough.
Susan knows that like when I call her, she's like, all right, this could be.
I have you two.
Mark Ruffin plays gray. Actually, he might
But
be
he
more in the
doesn't talk
background.
about it.
Yeah, well,
He doesn't talk
he
about
talks to me about it.
All right, friends, when you're finished, grab a piece of paper off your back or ask someone to grab it for you. Ooh, I have your pen. Remove it from your back and read what people wrote about you. That's a great idea. Jenna just had a great idea. On the opposite side of this, you could even write positive things about yourself.
Well,
Huh?
that's how you usually do it. You usually do it first with yourself.
Who's gonna, Tony, come on, give it to me. You know it went through your head. I can't say it. All right.
wonderful things about yourself.
That's okay. Whatever, I'm gonna read what everybody else wrote. Wait, what's that? A game what? Pro? Aw, that was sweet. Huh? Okay, I needed this. What did people write about you that you were a little surprised to see? You were tall? No.
He's the shortest in his family.
No, that's fair. No, I'm the shortest. What else? What else is written on? Anything on there that you needed to see today? Yeah. Yeah. It's never bad to hear good things. Do you guys tell yourselves these good things about yourselves? Rarely? You say it all the time. You're like, yes.
Sorry.
Yeah, you tell yourself some of them? I don't say these things often enough to myself, so I am very thankful to see this. So it's a great way to start the day, I think. I wanted to get into this because we wanted to talk a little bit about mindset and attitude, the difference between the two, because there is a difference between attitude and mindset. And we had a record-breaking month in our market center last month. Massive. We closed more units. We hit numbers we've never seen before. And that's in a time where a lot of your coworkers are really suffering. And you guys, you might be feeling it differently this year, but y'all are killing it. And I'd like to think that it has a lot to do with the community that we're building and that we've built. And part of that is talking about our attitude and our mindset. And so I kind of wanted to get into this too, because I've also had conversations with agents who had a difficult April. Did anybody feel weird in April? Did it feel off for anyone in here? No? Yes. Yeah. Anyone else feel it? I mean, there are a lot of our agents here that have talked about how April just felt like it shouldn't normally feel that way, right? April's normally the time where you're like, holy heck, I don't even have time to brush my teeth. There you go. Yeah, a lot of people have experienced that. In my role, I've experienced that. April was just silent. And so then when things like that happen, it kind of gets in, I don't know about y'all, but it gets in my head. And I start wondering what the heck's going on.
What is it, silent in your real estate business or is it your role?
For me, my role is team leader, but the agents I'm talking to had Aprils that they were nervous about.
Are the times
For sure, you've got people who are frozen in place, not knowing what to do. They know they want to change, but they're not exactly sure what it is. That works for your buyers and your sellers as well, right? And then the reality, sure, a busy season, people are busy, which I get. That's fine. But it's really more about the conversations I'm having with agents and what the conversations were in April. So I just kind of wanted to lean into the attitude and mindset. This is a book that was written by Diana Koska. Has anybody read this? Becoming More? I have not read it, but I picked out some stuff in here. Jenna and Lindsay and I were talking this morning, and we found something that I wanted to share with you. I'm sorry? KOKOSZKA. Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about who she is.
Diana Kokoska is an entrepreneur, keynote speaker, author, and mentor. As an award-winning business leader, she has established herself as a prominent figure in the business world, developing many leaders during her longevity. Dedicating 13 years as CEO of KW Maps Coaching and Training at KW Realty International, she played a pivotal role in propelling the company to become the largest and most profitable coaching enterprise in the real estate industry. As an innovator, creator, and author of the KW Bold Experience, which we just did part of that, and Coaching Skills Camp, she helped lead the company to be recognized as the #1 training company in the world. That's who Diana is. So in this section, she writes about mindset versus attitude. So we're going to have, I'm going to read this to you. And one of my favorite ads Michael Jordan did for Nike, he said, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed." I love this vulnerability from Jordan. I also appreciate that he committed to practicing the shots he missed, constantly improving, so the next time he found himself in the same situation, he would be more prepared to succeed. Our mindset acts as a powerful force in our lives. It would be rather tragic to think of a mind as fixed and unchangeable, like the color of our eyes or hair, although these can artificially be altered. The good news, mindsets can be changed. Many of us were told as children to keep a positive attitude. You guys heard that? Yet were you ever told to have a positive mindset? What kind of difference might this one word make? Think about it like this. When we hire someone in the business world, we often ask, what is their attitude like? Yet when we talk about an athlete, we often focus on whether or not they have a winning mindset. Why? As we've seen, mindset wins out over attitude every single time. Confuse these and you'll struggle to liberate your mindset. Here are a few examples of the differences between attitude and mindset. The attitude can be adjusted in real time. Mindset shows up automatically. I like this one. Attitude can be faked. Mindset can self-sabotage you without you even realizing. Attitude can change in a moment. Mindset takes constant, consistent effort to change. Attitude has a little to do with the circumstances you are in, and mindset affects your decisions, which affects the circumstances you are in. Absolutely. Remember, mindset refers to the totality of how you think and evaluate the world based on your experiences, thoughts, beliefs, values, and emotions. Attitude simply refers to how you interact with the world. Imagine a problem arises and you're upset. If you have a judgmental mindset, you may quickly form an opinion. On the other hand, if you have a positive attitude, even with a judgmental mindset, you will express yourself in a more thoughtful way. When you adopt a curious, non-judgmental mindset, you are more likely to ask questions and understand what happened. Your attitude will determine the type of questions you'll ask. This is the big one. Mindset drives actions, attitude executes them. Mindset drives actions. Attitude executes them. According to mindset and leadership coach Cheryl Hemberg, attitude comes from our conscious mind. Going to have a good attitude, and is responsible for only 5% of our thinking and actions. Meanwhile, our mindset found in the subconscious makes up the remaining 95%. Reflecting on this, it stands to reason that we should work to change our mindset so we can be swiftly propelled toward victory. There's another great story here I won't keep reading to you, but it's about an Oakland A's catcher, Jeremy Brown. Anybody aware of the time that he hit literally a home run and was on first and ran to second, got scared and went back to first? Talks about this because of his mindset that he was a loser and he was too heavy to round the bases. There's a lot of good examples in here. Good book. So something to think about. When I read that, what did you think of? Do you want me to read more? I mean, I've got more. Do you want more?
Doing better.
Doing better? Give me more.
Believing in ourselves to know that we can do whatever we set our
Absolutely. Successful people constantly work to wrestle with the not yet. Wait. Successful people constantly work to wrestle the not yet into being. They're pushing themselves.
It also comes down to being prepared. If your attitude is to wake up every day and do, like Michael Jordan, practicing things that wasn't good at, as opposed to just doing things that was always good at, changes your attitude.
It's a growth mindset.
Growth mindset where
Absolutely.
Spotify has a great affirmations channel
Nice.
that I listen to in the sauna.
Perfect. I love that.
It's like 8 minutes. You repeat what it says back.
Growing is chaotic and scary and necessary. And those successful people in our world have adopted that growth mindset and they push through that fear to get it done.
1% better.
1% better every day, if that's all we can do. I was thinking about this because I got fired over the weekend. Not from this job, but from a listing. And I was in my head about all the whys behind it, right? So like Michael Jordan took the shot, missed. And I could just sit on the bench and feel sorry for myself, or I could get back up and try again and try again. But before I try again, I'm also going to figure out what the heck was wrong with my shot. You know? We talked about that accountability loop, that feedback loop, constantly evaluating what we're doing each day, how we're doing it, what the results are. That's the same thing when you go on a listing presentation, you don't win the listing.
Or you just didn't get the-
I had the listing paperwork in her hand for her to sign. I think that I did not take enough time, Tammy, to hold her hand through the process. We've been talking for months and I thought that I was, but the reality is when it came down to the time to sign, she needed more one-on-one attention and more like baby steps through it. And I failed to do that. So I needed to slow down before I sped up with her, and I didn't recognize it, which stinks. And it happens.
Well, we get busy.
We get busy.
And we think, we got it.
Yep.
It's good stuff. So.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's just asking a question. You know, is there anything I can do?
Right.
I was doing a listing for Amy Lackley, who's CEO of PG. How many contracts does he sign?
Yeah.
So I go into his house and I said, I know you sign contracts, so you probably don't want to read all of this. Because no, I want you to every word to me, go over every single point. So, okay, we're in.
Yeah.
So an hour and a half later,
You got it.
sign. But I went in.
But that was a small house.
It was a big old condo. But the point was, I went in assuming
Right,
Something I should never have said.
right,
And I left knowing what I should have known.
yeah.
And it was a huge experience. He also fired
You
me
know,
for a minute. He had a bad day.
it happens.
Yeah, and called me and said, we don't put time on our schedule. I listened to that fire wanted to wait like another 3 hours. You don't have to because I don't want to fire. I said, I consider it done. Doesn't make it a big deal, no matter.
Heck yeah, you were. And you did it.
That's a good point too, you know, even on listings, you know, how sometimes you get complacent about previous customers. And they're going to automatically sign you.
Yep.
And that is not true. So I will tell you, I've won a whole lot of them because the listing agent came over kind of overpaid, brought a couple cons in her hand or whatever.
Yeah.
And I came fully prepared and I was told you're not gonna probably get it because she's going to probability. She's not going before, and you know what? It's all about how you present yourself and your mindset. I
Absolutely.
get this, I do this, I will be better than she is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and that's such a really good point, because walking in the door with that mindset is I'm going to win this and I'm going to do everything it takes to make this client happy, to provide everything that I say I'm going to do. I didn't do that when I walked in with those papers.
Sometimes I think it's just conversation.
Yeah.
And sometimes I think if we portray,
Always.
no, but I mean, if we portray that we're really concerned on what they want, as opposed to just getting the listing, I think that goes a long way. The way I should.
We do.
Somebody told me something once about attitude, and I use it every single day. And they say when the nose of a plane is pointed up, there's something in the apparatus of when you're flying a plane, it's called the attitude. And when the nose of the plane is pointed up, the attitude is pointed up, the plane goes up. When the attitude of the plane is pointing down, it goes down. And it's just always helped me remember that where your attitude is has a lot to do with the direction.
I like that. Something to think about. Grow that mindset. Communicate with your people. Give yourself a pat on the back. Ask others what they think of you. Be ready for the answer. You get the answer you're not necessarily looking for. Maybe that's when you do your feedback accountability loop. Whoops. How'd we get here? Well, thank you guys for indulging me. I appreciate it. I hope that was helpful.
You forgot about look at you.
I just jumped right in. I just hit the button and it showed up. Happy birthday!
45 minutes nowadays.
Bucket pills. What do you got? You just did them, but nobody shared them out loud. Bucket fills. Who's got a bucket fill? Well done, Craig.
Well, I didn't want to mess up my hair this morning.
I love it. Who else?
She's not here, I'll fill, Peyton's bucket for all the DocuSign stuff. I know she's been fairly stressed. So this
She has been. Yeah, she has.
We've all.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah. No, she's definitely carried
She's carrying the weight.
the weight. I'm glad she's taking this time off. Don't anybody bug her. She's out of town. I want to say thank you to Jenna and Peyton and Susan for running the show last week. So thank you while we were at Data Agent Leadership. I really appreciate that you were gone. I didn't even notice. That's good though. I heard the team meeting last week was fantastic. I was like, I'm gonna have Peyton run the show for now.
She was fast, yes.
It was
It's like when
good.
people were entering, she was like, come on, people, wake up. She got all sassy.
I love it.
She did make sure to tell you that she was on time.
Oh, well done.
She was
Oh,
on
yeah, love it. Give me one more bucket fill.
Lindsay forgetting this wall.
Oh my gosh, have you seen the wall?
The wall looks amazing.
If you all haven't seen the wall on the other side of this wall, take a look.
Oh, I should do a picture app.
I think we should do.
But that's a great idea.
We should do something on that wall.
So after team meeting, let's go take a photo over there.
Let's do it.
I like it. Here's stuff.
Plan for it when she comes in.
Yeah. We filled your bucket because of the wall.
Well, that's great. We're excited.
It looks really good.
I just met with someone about getting new ceiling tiles.
Love it. All right. Finally. I've been trying since the day you showed me that. I walk in there every once in a while just to see.
The lights got all the way outside.
Run. Go, 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 go. All right, let's jump into awards. April monthly awards ceremony. Woo! Look at all these faces. $1 Million Club Award. There's Tammy. Well done. Congrats to these folks. I love it. Maggie up there. Yeah, we got some good stuff. Peter up there with 19. Well done. Top individual agents closed volume for April. Congrats to these folks. Good job, Tammy. Woo! Top individual agent closed units. Congrats. Tammy's in the house. Top individual agent GCI. Look, it's the same people. Imagine that. Good job, Tammy. Woo! You got Tammy told me instead of.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, Jenna, I'm sorry. We retract your bucket self.
I've never done anything before the court. I know like 5.
Top teams closed volume in units, Ohio Valley, Burnett Home, and Parsley Suggs. Good job. Michelle and Bruce coming in strong. Top teams GCI. Woo-hoo! It's you, Ohio Valley. Top group closed volume GCI. We've got the Chabris group, Lance Song team, and the producers. Woo! Top group closed units for April, Chabris group, Powerhouse group, producers, and the Atlas team. And our first closing goes to Mary Song. How exciting is this? I love it. Good job, Mary. First listings taken. Good job. I've never seen that photo of Yolanda. That's gorgeous. Look at Jason. That picture. Where in the world did that come from?
He was in the office and he just took a selfie and sent it to me.
God, I love him. That's fantastic. That really should. Highest price listing and sale for April goes to Mark and Lance. And look at all these cappers. Oh, who's on here that? Randy has his. Danielle has hers. Lance has his. Congrats to these folks. Most eager to learn goes to all you guys. Woo! No, seriously, this goes to everyone who took the time to show up to the trainings for DocuSign, to schedule one-on-ones with Peyton, Lindsay, any conversations that you sat down and you said, I want to learn. We really appreciate you guys pivoting and taking this on. I understand it's not easy and we appreciate you guys. So we decided to give everybody who showed up for DocuSign training an award. So congrats. And the Culture Award goes to Peyton, because of all the DocuSign training that she's been doing. We needed to give her a little love. Big news, you no longer need a key fob to get into the building. You just need to. So, there's no, let me talk about this real quick, the experience this weekend. They are still, so they just installed the code box, right? Eventually, because I need training on it, there is an app, and I'll be able to add everyone on a roster to the app, and you can download the app, and then you can just walk by and open it. Woo! If you have any issues using this code, reach out to me, because I can unlock it remotely if need be. I did find when I was in this weekend that it was unlocked a lot more often than it was locked. So like it was unlocked on Sunday during the day.
Wait, the main office building was unlocked?
Ooh. So they're still working on it, but it wasn't unlocked during the night because we were here painting and we had to use the code. But this should get you in. If that changes, we'll let everyone know. You don't have to hit delivery. You just hit the code and then you hit pound. So we need to change that. So code and then pound. I didn't paint it. Dave, my boyfriend.
Her boyfriend.
Did you see the wall?
Hey, question. Does Dave like know everybody in Newtown? I'm like so impressed by that. Like I just want to like hang out.
He grew up in Staten Island. So
Okay.
he's a wall there. Yeah.
It's just a big deal.
Knows everybody in Lead.
Okay.
Oh, that's awesome.
Right?
That's
Yes.
Career night tonight at 5:30. If you know anybody that's considering a career in real estate, please invite them. And if you want to go the extra step, bring them.
I'm assuming we're not giving the code out to clients.
So what's going to be really cool when they finish the setup is that you can actually give a pass to your client. So if you're meeting with a client and it's in the evening, or what, you can stay upstairs and you can send them a pass link that they can use to then get.
Oh, now that's cool.
If you have Uber Eats coming by, you can give them a pass. But right now we're all being used that delivery
So
code
fantastic.
until they have the back end.
And then looking at it, you know,
Well, you'll open up the app and just slide it. We know that we've been talking to you guys a lot about KW Cares. Of course, May is the month for KW Cares at KW International, and we do this at all of the market centers, really dig into KW Cares for the month of May. But one thing that we wanted to talk about was our Kentucky neighbors who got hit by the tornadoes over the weekend. Our sister market center in Lexington, as well as their IMAO in Somerset, we have agents who are directly affected by the tornado, as well as their clients. So some of us are donating supplies. I'm going to run down on Friday, just driving through on my way to North Carolina to drop any supplies that we collect off to them. You also have the ability, just through the QR code, to donate directly to KW Cares for the agents and their clients who are affected. On our Facebook page is a list of all the supplies that they're asking for. So like tarps, tents, totes of all sizes, just so that they can keep their stuff dry. There is a PayPal link as well. So if you wanted to not do KW Cares and do PayPal, that PayPal is going to people who are buying supplies for everyone that's impacted down there. And there is a cleanup day on Friday. If anyone is wanting to help, maybe they don't want to donate monetarily, but if you want to be helpful, there is a group of people from the Lexington office that are caravanning down on Friday if you wanted to go down and help. I think some people from the Louisville office are going in as well. So, and we've been hit. You've got I know one agent in this office who had a client whose home was destroyed. So even all the way up here in Cincinnati, we have clients who own vacation homes in that area. Lake Cumberland, that area. So Mega Agent Camp is coming up. I sent a text out to ALC about this. If you or anyone in this office if you're using AI at a high level and tracking the results in your real estate business, however you're using it, I would love to have a conversation with you. Because they're wanting to interview agents. Mega Agent Camp is coming up August 11th through the 14th, and the Tier 1 ticket pricing increases on June 5th. So get in before then. If you need to know what to say on social media because you need to know what to say, here you go. QR code. 30 plus social media prompts for the month of May. Keep it up. Let's see people taking photos. Good? It's on the sheet too. It's on the sheet. Richard, you want to come up and say hello? Come on up, my friend.
Hello, everybody. Yes, appreciate y'all letting me be here. I'm glad y'all showed up, and those who did show up, you're lucky because today we're going to give you a few nuggets to help you be successful and increase those numbers. So that's probably all right. So we live in the Cincinnati area, city of Seven Hills, right? And with that, I'm going to do a little math test here. Don't worry, it's really easy, and it's kind of yeah, it's really easy. All right, if you have one contract, and it gets to the closing table, it goes through to get paid, right?
Yes.
If you have 3 contracts, and one gets to the closing table, and the other 2 don't because of issues, you get paid that one time. So what if we worked on those other 2, ignoring the competition for bidding? Okay, let's throw that out the window right. But let's focus on things that you can avoid, and that is we live in a very hilly city. So who has ever driven down Worcester Pike and noticed some of the telephone poles are like this? Okay, they weren't put in like that. Land moves, especially in our city. So what I want to do is give you some things to look for, and I'm going to tell a little story. My son went to UC, and he roomed on one street off from Victor Street. Anybody know where Victor Street is?
Oh yeah, had a kid live there.
Okay. All right. Well, one
Exciting.
there was an investor who owned one of the convenience stores down at the bottom of the hill ravine. So they send me over there to inspect a investment property that they want to buy on Victor. And when I got to the house, I looked in the backyard. The rain causes a lot of so the backyard, the house above it, the whole back cobblestone retaining wall built 1880 or wherever, and it looked like a river went through it of stone and dirt all the way to the back of the house. And there was construction tape all around it. So I did what I normally do. I climbed up to the top to see it. You know, I'm an adventurous guy, so I went up to the top of it, looked all around, and I'm thinking, this is a significant problem. What do you think about when you see a landslide between 2 houses, one below, one above? How about easements? Is that a little complicated? How about lawsuits? Do these sound like delays that are going to get you to the closing table? Do you want to even put a contract on a house like that? No. Point is, I called up the investors, and they didn't even know about it. Their store is 3 blocks away. I did not know about that because they didn't take the land into consideration in their purchase. So my whole point is, don't just go in the house before you put a contract on the house. Walk around the house, and if you are about to the point that you say, you want to make a bid on this, you want to get, at that point, let that be your trigger. Hey, let's walk around the house one time, because what can happen is, if you don't notice, trees always grow straight up. If you see any trees when you are walking around that house in the backyard, if any of the trees are like this, they did not grow like that. That means the land's moving. Okay? Even if they look like this, but they have a curve in the bottom of them, almost like then it goes straight. It's corrected itself over a long, long period of time. That land's been moving a long time. So those houses could have structural issues inside. The land is going to be a problem. Okay? And in the backyard, you have several choices of how the land can go. The land can go downhill in the back. There's a lot of houses in Loveland like that. They go down to various streams and creeks and stuff. Okay? And then they can also go up in the back. And then you can always have the houses side by side. And a lot of these 1940s houses in Cincinnati, you see the tuck under garages. There's a lot of them built there.
Yeah.
Just everywhere. That's not a bad thing. I mean, those can be very good houses that have a deal on. But you want to pay attention to the outside wall. If the tuck under is over here, look at this wall. Look at those outside walls, because a lot of times they built these on hill, going downhill, and they're side by side by side. And that land is sloped towards that outside wall, and that's tuck under garage, which really doesn't have a whole lot of support. And it's structural horizontal crack. Me personally, in our company, we would be really, really happy to never, ever, 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 ever have to refer a structural engineer ever again. Why?
They're
Because it makes
expensive.
everybody happy. It makes things go smoother. It makes you go one for one. Multiple times in a row, I'm one for one. Next time, I'm one for one. I'm one for one. Maybe you got 3 deals at the same time, you're 3 for 3. I don't ever want to refer a structural engineer. So if y'all can notice these things, maybe you think about, that could be a problem. So get out a pen and write down my cell number. 513-240-3040. So what I'm asking you to do is take some pictures when you're at a house of some hills and trees, land and so forth. And if you text those to me, close up, close and far away. So I need to contact. 513-240-3040. So 3040. Yeah. So in some of the neighborhoods, you're going to see a lot of these things. These aren't bad neighborhoods. I'm just saying there's a lot of instances. Clifton, you got a current landslide on McAlpin in Clifton that's been going on for years. It's there. It's not fixed. Cornville, Clifton Heights, Columbia, Tusculum. I've been pretty good lately on inspecting houses in Columbia, Tusculum with having no structural issues. But you've seen the 3-story houses along the river that were in that lawsuit where they had significant cracks in the house because land is moved.
You're not saying you're a structural engineer,
Yeah. I didn't even stay at a Holiday Inn Express.
right? Okay. And the issue is, if you ever tried to schedule one.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to
I
get it
you about
within
4 or 5 weeks
the
now.
period
Can't
of
do
the
it.
contract.
Yeah.
I mean, up your inspection period. It really is.
Yeah. Very seldom I would lucky enough to get one in there.
Yes, that's right. Which is why the more education we have, and it's like everything has risk. If you put a contract on that house, you don't know what's going to happen. It's on a hill. It's got, and in the back, this is one to look for too. If the hill goes down in the back and there's a deck in the back, deck looks this way. Turn this way. Look at these posts. If they are slanted out, they were not installed. They were installed plumb, straight up and down, 90 degrees, perfect.
Well, the biggest issue is you write on your inspection report, so we suggest you go get a structural engineer to look at this. It's done. As soon as you write that in the inspection report, we're done.
Which is why I don't like to do it. But I have to do it, because I have fiduciary duty, just like you do, just like everybody else. What's that?
Not if the sellers know that there's an issue. They have to disclose it.
Well, you still have to have a structural engineer so it's safer, right?
Well, and it's not necessarily the safe part, it's,
Or-
what the repair is,
Right.
if any is needed. A lot of times, there's not a repair needed, but
Yeah, see, we get out here about 6 weeks. Sometimes.
that's useless, that's useless.
You need to.
There's no point.
I can't give you the guy.
So what were the neighborhoods that we might see these things?
Clifton, Coreyville, Clifton Heights. Lower price. Lower price. man, that used to be nothing. Now it's like, nothing. Got a lot of investors trying to copy.
That's actually good info. The trees, that one's blue, that I had no idea, especially the curve in the tree.
Yes.
I had no idea. Did you guys know that? God, y'all are smarter than me.
Out there, sandwiches. There's pepperoni.
Aw,
There's
nice.
two things to go out tomorrow. There's 4 bags of corn, the homemade looking one, restaurant style.
Thank you. Thank you. Uh-huh. Well, you educated me. I had no idea about the trees, so thank you. All right, let's jump into I need. What do you got? Not enough? That sounds like a lot of needs. What do you have? What'd you say? 490.
And on a warranty and
Nice. Strong. What else we have? No listings coming up? Horse people.
You can talk to Mark.
You have a horse farm? What's your price? 550. The listing. He has. Well, he was asking if anybody had a buyer. How many beds?
I think it's 5 or 7 stalls. Only have 3 acres.
Where in Kentucky?
That one's
Union.
old.
Where I grew up.
625.
Should, not gonna.
3 branch, kind of 4 bedroom. And, right from, right up, and then Cincinnati one is on the side.
I have one. First in.
How much?
It's gonna be around over 400, but I'm not for sure because
Kind of a pretty, but possibly.
Look how listing heavy this is.
I also saw at my neighbor's house. waiting for 3 months.
Here's one house in Fort Thomas, 79. Listed. 79. That's really cute. Detached garage. In 80 units. Where? On South.
How many bathrooms?
Do you need the details on Tammy's Loveland?
Yeah. What's the details on your love life?
Two additions, two kitchen, the 4 bedroom, 2.5 bath, 3 lot. 5 floors.
Y'all are listing heavy. How much do we love this? Sounds like a project. There's a buyer packet, but not a listing packet. What do you want in your listing packet? All the required docs? You're gonna have to get with. No, you can't. Peyton's gone.
I'll have 2 condos in the next 3 weeks. One in North Collegeville, one in Cool Lake.
2 condos?
2 bedroom, 2 bath.
What's your price point?
North Collegeville will be about 99.
Okay. 99K. We're at under 100 grand.
99 will be a little bit of work here.
What else we have? Any other needs?
Oh, I've got the 2-family.
You said $4.99?
Yeah. 2-family.
If you're looking for a little business because you don't have a lot going on, you now have a reason to go find some buyers. You've got some stuff that's hitting the market that's not there yet. This is a good reason to have conversations with your buyers. Who do you have that needs a condo, needs a horse farm, needs a 3-2? Whatever, it's up here. Go find the buyer. Anything else we need to add? Susan, is there anything that we need to know? We did end on time, but I just want to give you the moment. Is there anything we need to know about contracts? Are there changes in Cincinnati?
There are, of course, several changes. We talked about that previously last week.
Okay.
We sent out an email yesterday to the entire Ohio group of agents. With an attachment that has them all listed. It also has times, dates, you can or go in and take classes either in North here or in Dayton. I think the biggest thing that we really need to pay attention to, first of all, read the contract, you guys. Come on, you need to know what's in there. If you don't read the whole thing, you're not going to know. There are many changes. Some of them are tiny little changes, but like, for example, we talked about insurance, which should have been changed because it should never have been a termination point because we lost a lawsuit on that.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, glad we changed it. So that is now they have to provide proof of why their insurance is up. So I don't know exactly what the specifics, I haven't seen it. So insurance is really critical, days together. So is the standard for the stay and what you're excluding it. But then there's a lot of just little changes in grammar and the way they're presenting things.
So the insurance, is that the insurance verification thing is no longer? I always write it the rest of the years getting out of there. I always.
Yeah, it's still there, but you have to prove it now. Before you, remember before the last contract now did not provide any indication. You had to bring a document stating that it was too high or they could get it, none of that. They just walked away, which is not.
I guess my argument, I mean, I get the showing of documentation, but let's say it's $1,400 and they were thinking that it's $1,000. I mean, in the court of law, I can hold up to the sellers and say, well,
Like, what's the
14 is not-
threshold?
14 is not expensive to me, but it might be to my buyers.
You know what, I haven't seen the contract yet, they're supposed to be put, here's the problem that we run into is, I got this yesterday, I mean, we knew it was coming. They sent it without contract, they said the contract should be populating today into our documents, so I haven't been in
Gotcha.
there yet today to look.
Well, an email where Dayton and Cincinnati are now going to use the same contract. So
Yes,
you got
that's what
Dayton-
precipitated all of this.
Dayton's now the one who can be done, yes, with the, commission.
Oh, that makes your all's life easier.
Right.
Not really. No, having the same
It does have
contract?
the same contract, but, I mean, once again, a contract change.
Yeah. it's-
What's
yeah,
all
I don't know if you
yeah.
can see Dave wants the old contract, then they have a second form, like the buyer representation, that the form has the commission written on it, rather than in the contract. Which at first I was taken back, I was like, okay, what, but then I realized they're not using their contract, but now I guess we're about our contract, which I do like that. Separate.
No, I think it's going to be a good thing that we don't like change. I don't like change, none of us do. However, sometimes it's good that, sometimes it's not. I think in this case, there are a lot of advantages to the way it's written. I still don't like their contracts, I think they're horrible.
Davey and Cincinnati.
Yeah. But I mean, what we have to live with. So the other thing I'd like to add is we're going to start seeing contingent offers and contingent upon the sale of properties and close properties.
Right.
If you get one of those and you have never written one, don't write it on your own for me. Or Kristen. Yep, because we've been around the block, and we're Tammy, because we know how to write contingent offers. There are things called sudden death, there's a 48-hour kick-out clause. Don't know what you're doing when you write that offer, you with yourself in the corner, not be able to get out. So any contingent offer you're writing, again, if you have a written one, please call. If anybody would like a class on that, I would be delighted to give it to you. Got it. I have to sign up.
So when will the new document contract be, and you guys are only putting it in DocuSign?
We guys aren't. We're not. They're doing it from the board.
So
So
then it will be in document.
I don't know. It only mentioned, I'll have to go back and look. I believe.
I'm asking because I'm not using DocuSign right now.
Okay.
And it's a thing that I'm gonna do in October when things sort of better.
All right.
Because there was a lot of stuff like that. So do I
It
just
should
take?
populate into the,
Okay.
however, if you run into a problem with that, I'll put it there for you.
Right, that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
I was told by Dayton that this office is no longer uploading any documents. in the document.
We are not.
We're not.
You're not. Here's not, but we're still here. That's a.
That's a.
Yeah, you have to do it yourself.
Yeah.
That's why if the board does it.
Yeah.
Then the
It's a
board will
different
do it. in
I
DocuSign.
believe you guys, I believe that the board is not plugging into that.
Yeah, there's still a lot of people,
Sure.
there's still a lot of people who use dog, and that's not an office specific form.
Yeah, they won't.
Oh, you know what, you're right, you got to the says, the tag and all that.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The only ones that they're not gonna upload to it more are like the KW, like the KW stuff. And I've already gone with this stuff.
But like every change we've had in the last, 7 months, 6 months, 7 months, you're going to have questions. Please do not hesitate to ask. I'm usually pretty easy to get a hold of most of the time, so please text me if you want me, you're welcome to do that. Texting is better. Calling is not best. Texting is better. So if you have questions.
When this is supposed to go live, you know?
it's moving into docs today, as I understand it, so I'm sure that the folks are getting questions today.
Yeah.
It didn't say that like we're up that date when we have to start using it, I don't have anything like that, so I haven't even seen the contract yet, so,
Yeah.
Fair enough. Usually,
They give you a little time usually, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay, so thank you, Susan.
You're welcome.
When you leave here, I know there's food in the kitchen, but maybe you walk out that door so you can see the wall if you haven't seen it. Give Lindsay some love.
oh, you wanted to
She
fix
and
it?
her boyfriend are very, very excited about it. Yeah, I'd love to do a photo. Anyone want to take a photo with me? Come on. Come on.
You guys.
Correct. We're just gonna see.
Do that, right?
How we gonna use it for like art?
Okay.
Really? Because the Asian festival, I think that weekend, too, I think
But yeah,
Really? It is, because I always tell my friends that we're up in the Westchester area, I mean, it's like.
oh, really? Okay.
Because like, I mean, this, I always.
How you doing, buddy?
You see,
Bear.
yes, so I would always judge them down anything that was. Inside the
Yeah.
So I wouldn't do that. You know, because I'm just always graduating.
So it's like I should get the boat built because
Oh, it's when you drive, when it's inside.
You remember going to the next extreme and see that?
Like the South Beautiful concert.
well, I got my full load of it, but I'm not getting in. Well, my parents will send me this weekend. He's got it. Wait. No, dude, that's like a 30 right there. Yeah. They were jumping in the deep end. Yeah, I have a full year. My wife and I, we go 86. We got to get up there. Yeah, it's gonna get in. Yeah. And they say, you know, people that you get older, you want it warmer, right? The coldest don't get it, maybe, if it's really hot outside, I'll get it too. Yeah.
I couldn't see it. I thought she was.
Yeah. But it's gotta be like super hot day.
I said, leave it all in there and you see it.
Cool. We have friends that they have like 15 acres on
No, no, 28. You look at the notes. It's going out to April 28.
the pool heater is, so the way the pool is like a big belly stove, and also it's big. What's that? Stove going on, I got another. No gas, electric, it's very expensive, right? It's like a fucking hour. It's for gas, I think. 12 hours a day. 12 hours.
That was the hardest part of it. Like,
So, like, I would run mine if I could.
it's not like I could get it off that.
I was only 3 an hour. It's 3, so 5 hours. I know.
Yeah. This one's suburbs.
I didn't even know.
Oh.
Maybe. I'll go. Yeah.
I heard nice things for you.
Yeah.
We doesn't have a lot of buyers, you know.
I know.
Me, my point is, you know, I always try to.
Yeah, so the solar cover really protects the loose money that got it.
So, oh, you're like, $100,000. Nice, dude. You know, there, I heard it was on the website.
Yeah. I got these frames.
But I've actually worked with those clients previously.
We just saw it run. You got chlorine or you saw water?
Nobody likes.
Well, we're like with 5, 6 bags of salt and spaghetti a year, I'm done. I don't have chlorine or like that, states are all.
I'd rather.
Were you originally chlorine?
I bought the house and never promised you, or you spent all this time finding the house, going to contract. You can't close. So, I don't, you know, appraisal, inspection, sometimes they don't want to hear it because.
Yeah.
If I don't leave today, everything closed. And the great agent, you pilot it down, and he's all over. Yeah. I worked with Chris, gave me this opportunity. It's my concern. It's all about. We've been friends years. But,
Might not get in this year. I don't have a hot tub, so. Yeah, there you go. But that really makes you mad that you do the hot bowl. Yeah, there you go. How you day, bud?
How are you? I'm good. Not too.
So that's why I wrote in there that's viral, not massive celebrate. Well, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
Friday?
Friday, yeah. I'm letting everybody know.
There's no internet. That's the best way to do it. Have a great day. I thought the second, yeah, you said the second folder.
Go in there, it was great to see you.
Yeah. What state?
I want to see this wall.
Well, that's not.
I thought there was something all people, but I did from it, and then, oh my God. That.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Yeah, we would like to see, go on fire clothing.
Is that
They're not paying. It was a pretty insane offer. It's like, not just
I love that.
But then, like I said, I think I was the biggest thing. I said, well, I said, that garage is gonna cost $180. We didn't ask for any closing costs or marketing like that. I said,
I know really well, it's a great acre.
we'll tell the seller, or 180.
Yeah.
Will not.
How are you? I'm doing very well. Hey, this is Tommy. This is our top person on the ALC. Super excited. Pretty good. Two of it. I got three of mine. Well done. Anybody in sports or entertainment?
Yeah, if there is no lease, signed lease, which I thought there was. We need everybody, no freeloaders there from the fire.
Nicole, so, yeah, and, some fun stuff coming up, I have a meeting right now, but.
Did you figure out,
He twice.
Yeah.
Do you know how much fun we have?
Oh.
And if you do, I'm in, I work in culture, so.
Can you imagine she chairs the culture committee? Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't think it was out there. It's like, okay,
All right, hey, congrats on
It goes into the hole. Not a lot. I didn't know.
We do a lot of in-house, putting deals together. That's part of your selling.
Now, I'm guessing you're not gonna get an answer to me by 6 o'clock. We're not gonna get back and forth.
In-house. So, keep with your buyers.
Okay. Well, I guess, you're not
So
gonna tell me
now, if you
nothing
had a
until
buyer,
what?
anything that popped up there, you're able to, you were able to go to that buyer and say,
Right.
you know, that 324 Thomas you built your car. Right? Yeah, it's got the scoop.
Yeah.
It's so we're just trying to.
Great, all right. All right, what is this? So it's- okay, all right. Cool. I guess Don is speaking for me.
Those just all set out.
Thank you. Good.
What's the life you can lead? Yeah.
Let's go around. Short story back. Places for about 2 years. Always been on that part time. For about 2 years. And utilized it.
Yeah. It's hard.
Work the sidewalk. That's where he's at. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's set it up.
Okay.
But I would like to also, I mean, let's be honest, part of, I told you that I was giving you that quote for sure. And at some point, I'm gonna be presenting you an offer too. So I'd like to present an offer and you decide whether or not it's something that makes sense for your business or not.
Right. I appreciate that. I would definitely consider it. Not to say that I would. Love running, but, I don't know, just had a moment of self-reflection. Getting something.
this year. So, you know,
When are you doing it?
I mean, it's, she's very involved with the process.
She is.
Yeah, it's one, but she's appreciated, you know,
If she's a planner, we appreciate that.
she very much so is. And then, yeah, I mean, she already has an idea when it'll be developed, so I'm figuring out if I can do it here, she'll expect it. Which is okay, actually, it's something personal.
Yeah.
Yeah, what ideas, we'll see, but I think probably the next.
But it makes you look at your future differently.
It does, because I want to build that foundation for us. She's open to college, she's doing that. I love that, I see myself for her. Oh, okay. I was just thinking, like, did you work or?
No.
Okay.
I did, I taught, I swear, honestly, I treated it like a classroom. So we had, like, agenda every single day. But it was fantastic.
I love it, and it's not, you know, I feel like the whole thing.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely.
So, and, you know, I see kids. How it starts.
Yeah. Because you gotta have that solid foundation, that's something that you guys can do.
And money is everything, it's not my primary focus whatsoever. As long as I need the things that, you know, acknowledge, from the plus, that's that. But money is necessary.
It
At the same
is.
time.
It allows us to do the good works that we're here to do.
Yeah, so I just, that's that. Great.
Yeah.
But your whole system.
Good.
You want to have a.
We'll get in there. And I think that so many of us, I know, based on the conversations I have with agents, whether they're here or
Yeah.
somewhere else, there's no one likes change, I understand how that should say. Most people don't. There are those of us who are towards it. The inability to decide to push through discomfort just makes me sad. You know? Yeah. No one's ever saying that growth is an experience, it's terrifying.
Of course.
And it messes your systems up completely. Everything you just built this year is going to get totally demolished next year if you're successful. But you want that. You know, you want to constantly break what you just created. Yeah. Yeah. And there's a reality that you can go into the extreme, that's not, you know, be able to attack it with that. You can do, I got this.
Yeah.
Let's go.
That's what I saw here today.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Everybody's in the same boat, Robin.
We're all doing it together. You just reach the one person who's really struggling, maybe they don't believe it, but we're all saying it. We're all saying it to each other,
Yeah.
riding on our backs, and we're saying, guys, it has to.
Of course, disclosures.
All right.
Yeah, thanks for that. All the talks we have at the same time.
Good. All right, so, you're gonna text Isaiah and me at the same time.
Yeah, I'm seeing him here in about actually 30 minutes.
We'll do, hang out with them and then talk it and see when you guys get together.
Yeah.
Put something on the calendar.
Oh, he's on your lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry for taking away from that. Anything else on the agenda today?
So, I don't know, let's see, we've got. Take one for somebody real quick. I don't know if this one is updated. Yep, Here, you can take one of these too.
Oh,
So we
cool.
do like the little team meeting extras. So today we have a special ethics meeting right now. Yeah, right now, in our finance committee. So these. Oh, I'm doing that on Thursday. Yep.
That's awesome.
Yep, huge focus of mine. Let's build wealth. Passive income, generational wealth, conversations that we commonly have. We figure, there's a lot of good work you can do. You can make money. Right?
Probably like 1 day too.
Heck yeah. Found it in college.
Well, I was gonna ask you something. You're all for each other.
Yeah, I mean, several weeks ago, something's going on with this app. So I don't know if it's.
If something else, I don't know what that. But he's already, the responsible person, he's already taken care of that. Now, I can see him the same way, if I didn't have my brother. Like, that's still, I gotta figure out how to start being this curve. Or figure out a situation around or keep it safe, like, I don't have to be as much attention to somebody else there.
Something's up, because you had an appointment scheduled, this afternoon. Scrambling.
How much you need purple take you do?
I did, that's,
That's,
that's not like her.
no, it's not. And that's why I said, when you say you had a panic attack, I just get kind of panic attention, make sure you got all.
You guys have a meeting today?
Well,
What is it? Culture or your social welfare?
about here in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to my office, that's what I need to do. What do you think that is? Going on, yeah.
3 listings. That's not much on that.
Brad?
Two Mason, and one in Franklin. The one in Franklin's the new subdivision that went in like 3 years ago. That's Middletown. Middletown's the road, but Franklin's.
Right.
Yeah. Probably gonna be like 350-ish. Right around there. They did the upgrade to the floor and the carved countertop. That's my big ways. Daughter and son-in-law are getting divorced. Going on 29th of that. My neighbor's waiting on. They had a lot of work done inside the house. And they had a big thing built that's above the front door. And the door had some like composite architectural stuff, it looked like it was arches and things like that. And the wood behind it, because it's 25 years old, it's just rotted from driving, from everything. So when they went to replace that, they really need to replace the window too. So the window's not coming in. They're replacing 3 other windows. They did about $45,000 worth, so I think we're gonna sell. It's really crazy because the one house down the street on the other cul-de-sac went for $615. It sold. It was off the market in 1 weekend. It was listed at 600, $615 off the market. Another one was on the market for like 11 days, listed at $665. And I called the agent to see like, could you give me was it closed? She's like, I'm not giving you anything. We'll just wait until it's closed. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you can't tell me like, hey, it was under list price, and then I can come up with something. So I can't really.
At the end of the day, if you're offered not in my destination, you're the first one I call. Come up on there and like asshole, didn't want to respond to this. We're all trying to. If somebody's trying to buy it, why would I be an asshole?
I agree. I would have told them exactly what the price was. Like, what? It's not going to hurt. It doesn't hurt whatever you're doing.
No.
Like, you're already under contract. So what? Like, what?
I mean, depending on where I'm in, if it's just the beginning, I may say
No, I mean,
list or below or above. But if I'm like a week or two close, I'll say
you wouldn't even
number
know
it is.
close. Like, it's like, what? I'm like, what are you like? So that's a curveball, because I really think it shouldn't be over 600, because the other one went for 615, and it's way nicer.
I wouldn't go with clients.
They're gone, they're already gone. Yeah, I tried that. And they're looking for between 6 and 900, so that's a nice, if they sell. They may get frustrated and not sell, which is what I'm worried about, if all that's working.
Where is
It's 2 doors out from my house. Oh, for sure, it'll sell. I'm not, that's what, they were worried about it. When we first started talking in December, I told them 600, and they were like, oh, I don't know, and I'm like,
Yes.
now you gotta remember,
Those first two people.
hold on a second, I just said it's 2 doors down from me. I'm not. I kinda want somebody for my daughter to play with.
How bad do you want it sold?
It's not that bad. Not that bad. You know where I'm going with that too. I ain't saying a word.
Yeah. But that's.
My goddamn neighbor next to us.
Going up the base, there's a lot of us that grew up in the 1930s, 2000s, basically, we're all kind of. This would be some of it wasn't where.
Oh, and oh, for sure. Yeah.
I know why we're here to continue to bring in new
Cintas, and then you have Lothatica. Well, the problem is that the school districts are good, that's why they want them there. You know what I mean? Like, that's the number one.
He purposely has people that, agents that they have that will call and tell them, hey, I have this coming up. You have a client who you move in out of the country that what's the rate? Why? Oh, yeah, we got some on this week, one, 2 year office. We can get you in touch with their contact. And that's all they do. And I'm just kind of like, you're force feeding an area. I said, Kings is a top level. I said, it's actually right up under Mason. Great school district. So there. I said,
But it's less diversified. Kings is.
that's all like, once you diversify some of the other areas, fucking work out.
Because I don't think they want to. That's so big Muslim population. Westchester. I had an agent tell me, when we were at the, Circle of Excellence thing, one of the KW agents, she's like, yeah, we have it listed for $1 million. She's like, but if your clients want to write for like 890 or whatever, they'll probably take it. I'm like, you just listed it. She's like, yeah, we have it priced higher because we know that we're gonna have to negotiate with one. She said that.
Yeah.
And I was like, I guess that makes sense,
Well,
but I don't know.
and that's one of the
Because it's hard on me to write, like, tell my client, like, let's write on $100,000 less, 3 days on the market. Like, I'm not that age, you know what I mean?
You have to know the cultures that you're dealing with, and that's why like some of these agents like.
Knock it out. Knock it out. Brother, I'm not interested in that. You take me on the list, I appreciate it.
Mm.